It's the storm season again here in Manila. It's storming as I'm filming this particular episode. And every time this happens, medyo naiisip ko yung the state of my own personal readiness. Naaalala ko lang yung isang napapanood ko na guntuber and prepper who runs a separate prepping channel. And this reminded me of how prepping breeds complacency. And what do I mean by that? Etong guntuber na to, ang dami niyang resources. He has access to his own range. He gets sponsors for the guns and the ammunition. And he has the time to do all these videos. Kaya lang, kahit na he claims to have been shooting for quite a long time and has done some IPSC competitions in the past, hindi mo makita sa kanya yung proficiency. Hindi pa rin siya marunong humawak ng barel. And hinayang na hinayang ako. For all that opportunity, sayang ang bala, sayang ang resources, sayang ang gamit, sayang ang oras. And it's so sad when people like us, we want to be able to do the same thing. Kaso hindi natin magawa simply because we have none of that. Wala tayong resources, wala tayong gamit, wala tayong sponsors. And I don't have that, and I wish I could do that. And well, modesty aside, hamak naman ako na mas magaling tignan kaysa sa kanya. Sorry, mayabang ako. Pero kung tutuusin kasi, mas okay naman akong humawak ng gamit kaysa sa kanya. And what do I have? What access do I have to arrange? Paulit-ulit na lang yung mga insert videos na ginagamit ko simply because yun lang yung times na nakapagpaputok ako sa range. But otherwise, I do things, sitting down inside four walls. How I wish I could do that. How I wish I had all of that, and maybe I would be doing videos of a higher quality kasi sayang lahat. Parang yung mga estudyante na nag-aaral, sayang yung matrikula, sayang yung oras, sayang yung pagod ng magulang. Kung hindi rin lang sila natututo, if they're not learning anything from the educational system, it's all such a waste. And it's the same with prepping. Kaya nga sinasabi ko, prepping breeds complacency. Kasi nga, marami sa atin or marami sa mga prepper na kapag nakuha na nila yung gamit, feeling nila okay na sila. But that's not the point. Ano nangyari nung 2020? Nung akala nilang meron na silang gamit, boom, 2020 happens. Anong reaction? Gas mask. Diba? Yun naman yung totoo Hindi muna sila nagtanong, hindi muna sila nag-analyze ng sitwasyon nila. So meaning, meron silang gamit, meron silang resources, pero sadly, hindi nila na-analyze. And maybe I'm speaking from a higher perspective, from a different perspective. Medyo mas analytical yung utak ko kaysa sa kanila simply because na-expose ako sa ganong klaseng buhay. And this is what I'm trying to share with you guys. Yung experience ko, yung learnings ko along the way in my 40 years of trying to be a readiness practitioner. What makes me different is wala akong gamit. Wala akong budget pambili ng gamit, pang stockpile, pang gas mask. Medyo wala tayo noon. Wala tayong pambili ng baril, wala tayong access to the range. All I have right now is my mind. Akong gumagamit ng sarili kong kokote. Yun ang pinaka-importante na ma-develop ninyo. Don't develop complacency by getting all the equipment and thinking that you're all set. Kasi yung gamit lang yan. Sinasabi ko lagi, what if yung stockpile mo binaha kagaya ng Ondoy? May kilala ako, nangyari sa kanya yun. Lahat ng baril niya nalunod sa putik and very few were salvaged. Yung iba, yung stockpile nila, natabunan ng burak. So, hindi mo na makakain yung mga yon, hindi mo na mapapakinabangan yung mga yon. So, instead of being complacent, instead of going with the crowd, na bili ng bili, lahat ng bagong gadget, etc., pinapatulan, unahin nyo muna ang pag-analyze, unahin nyo muna ang paggamit sa sarili nyong utak. Napansin ko that in the last 4 years, parang lumalakas yung prepping community in the sense that the preparedness crowd is growing. And more importantly, the prepping related sellers market is growing exponentially, taking advantage of this particular trend. Why? Because, ayan, marami ng new technology, power generation, water filtration, medical, etc. Maraming naglabasan na mga sellers, taking advantage of this particular survival and prepping crowd. But what's wrong with that? Ang problema is, wala pa akong nakikita nang nagpo-promote ng paggamit ng sariling utak. It's all technology-based, it's all app-based. Yan ang reality na hinaharap ng mga aspiring preppers at this very moment. But none of them are quite aware of what's going on locally. None of them are aware of what's going on geopolitically and how it will eventually affect us in this archipelago. May nangyayari sa Eastern Europe, may nangyayari sa Middle East. Anong connection yan sa South Pacific? Who knows, di ba? But eventually, put 2 and 2 together, di makikita nyo na merong epekto sa atin ang lahat ng mga kaganapan sa mundo. It's not just building your stockpile, it's not just building your armory, it's not just bunkering, etc. What if your bunker was built sa Marikina na maaring mabaha, di ba? So yung mga bagay-bagay na yun, we all have to think about that. What if you live in a high-rise? Paano ka magbabunkering doon? Ano yung laban mo in a major earthquake? Good luck, di ba? So yung mga bagay-bagay na ganon, preppers need to be aware of all of those things. Kailangan i-cultivate muna nila yung analytical minds nila. How do they react in terms of an emergency? Kasi how we are, kapag nagpe-prepare tayo, kapag nagte-train tayo, kapag nagpa-practice tayo, for example, in the range, magaling kang bumunot, mabilis kang bumunot. You cannot do that in real life. We're all concentrating on unrealistic training. Masyadong nakakonsentrate ang mga tao sa cool or tactical. Di ba? Hindi yung practical or realistic. Dapat doon tayo nakatuon ngayon. Doon sa realism of what we're actually doing. Is this applicable in the real world? For example, everybody wants to do the appendix inside the waistband draw. Pero dito sa Pilipinas, hindi natin may apply yun simply because bawal ang magdala ng baril na wala sa bag. And sa totoo lang, hindi mo rin mapapractice ang bag carry ng mabilisan kasi magkaibang methods yun. Magkaiba ang tactics to be employed if you carry appendix and you carry in a separate bag. Magkaiba yun, hindi yun pareho. When you carry in the bag, hindi na speed ang pinag-uusapan dyan. Okay? So isip-isip ng konti. Mag-isip-isip kayo, hindi yung sabay na lang kayo ng sabay sa crowd. Uy, kailangan ko ito maganda to, ito maganda to. It's not that. Which is why medyo nagbe-break away na rin ako sa mainstream. Kasi hindi ko nakikita yung sarili kong paniniwala dun sa iba. So what I do is diametrically the opposite of what the mainstream is doing. Hindi na siya realistic. Then therefore, medyo, oops, not for me. Because what I've been doing in the last 40 years is all based on realism. It's all based on my current circumstances, my current physical shape, and the environment that I'm in. For example, pag may ganitong pagkakataon na bumabagyo, hindi ka makabili ng sardinas. Magtsatsaga ka ngayon kung ano meron ka, mag-i-innovate ka ngayon kung ano meron ka. I'm the kind of person who admits na sanay akong magutom kasi lagi medyo taggutom ako. So, hindi problema sa akin yung 1 o 2 araw medyo nagkukulang yung laman ng tiyan. But what about other people na may resources, may finances? Sigurado yan, sarap buhay sila. Kung nasanay ka sa sarap buhay at nagkaroon ng aberya, guess what? Hahanapin mo yung sarap ng buhay. Hindi ka mag-a-adapt, hahanapin mo yung sarap ng buhay. It's like, nung nagka-camping kami noon, magagatong kami ng kahoy. Hindi pa uso sa amin noon yung fuel stoves. Wala pang ganun nung araw. So, wala. Tagaktak pawis ka, sibak ka ng kahoy. Yun ang camping sa amin nung araw. Ngayon, marami ng gadget na pwedeng dalhin sa campsite. So, iba yung panahon ngayon. Iba yung panahon dati. But the point is, we developed a more traditional set of skills. And yet, these traditional skills can still be applied today. Kaya nga usong-uso ang mga videos about bushcrafting. Kasi bumabalik ang tao sa dati. Bumabalik sila doon sa traditional, hindi yung high-tech. These days, people are so much a slave of technology. Nahirapan na sila mag-break away from their simple cellphone. Kasi nga, technology-based na lahat ng gamit. There's an app for this, there's a compass app, there's a whatever bullshit. Pag nawala ng kuryente, wag na lang yung mawala ng kuryente. Pag namatay yung baterya ng cellphone mo, paano na? Wala kang dalang power bank. Truth of the matter is, that mobile phone runs on batteries. Ganun lang naman kasimple yun eh. Pag walang battery, hindi siya gumagana. Then, how do you solve your problem the traditional way if you're not used to that? Paano na? So that's what I mean when I say prepping breeds complacency. Hindi lang basta yung gamit yan. Hindi lang basta yung skills yan. Are you developing the right skills? Particularly, the skill of analyzing. Are you simply going with what the crowd knows? Or will you go out and find things out for yourself? Nasaan kayo dun sa dalawang yon? Lalo na sa panahon ngayon. Napaka-critical niyan. You have to learn how to use your own fucking brains. Otherwise, somebody is going to use it for you. Balik natin yung example natin na guntuber na matagal na raw siyang nag-iipsik. Kaso ganun pa rin siya humawak ng baril. Diba? Now, if you say na matagal ka nang pumuputok, then by all means, wag mong sayangin yung opportunity. Wag mong sayangin yung resources na meron ka. If you have all the resources, you have all the sponsorship, then by all means, be fucking good at it. Hindi yung kontento ka na meron kang sponsor, kontento ka na meron kang bala, and you shoot like wala pa rin kwenta eh, di ba? Wala pa rin. If you've been shooting as you claim that long, show some sense of proficiency. Pakita mo sa kilos mo na marunong ka. Pakita mo sa kilos mo na yung resources mo, napapakinabangan mo ng maayos. Sinusulit mo yung bawat oras mo sa range, bawat bala na pinuputok. Hindi yung okay, tumatahol na yung aso. Medyo sira na ang audio natin. But anyway, that's been the short rant of it. This has been Absa Bando for Manila Sentinel. Raw. Runway 100, maintain runway heading, climb 3,000 feet, runway 13, clear for immediate takeoff.